One is in theaters, so now it's time to rank all three Quiet Place movies from worst to best. Now, I gave all these movies the same score. These are all perfect fives, these are all 10s out of 10s, so the one in last place isn't bad, it's just the one that I found the weakest. And number three is A Quiet Place. Now, as I've said before, to be perfectly clear, I think this movie is incredibly well made. It feels very lived in, it has an interesting world, it has interesting rules, and it has well written characters. And rewatching this movie to prep for the ranking, I realized I'd forgotten just how intense this movie is. All three of these movies are examples of how to tell an effective story using very little dialogue and letting the environment do the talking. The whole atmosphere and tone of the movie are terrifying, and it's an incredibly original horror film. Number two, A Quiet Place Day One. Out of all the Quiet Place movies, this is certainly the one that has the best pacing. The first movie begins in the middle of the aftermath of the invasion, and this is a prequel that shows what the world of these movies was like on the first day of the invasion, and how people had to adapt to survive. I think the main character is incredibly strong, and they managed to give her disabilities without making her weak. She's still a go-getter and determined, even if she now has to survive against these aliens. She had a great dynamic with the other main character, and unlike a lot of other horror movies where you can semi-predict the jump scares because it suddenly gets quiet, the majority of the movie is quiet, both for character development and also for the jump scares, which makes the jump scares unpredictable and that much more intense. And in first place is Quiet Place Part 2. Everything established in Part 1 is further developed in Part 2, and by now giving Emily Blunt's character a baby, as well as giving the daughter character some more independence, it makes the stakes feel higher and gives the film a bigger sense of danger. Emily Blunt's character is also very resourceful and it's interesting. The stakes in this one felt the most intense, and the story was the most exciting to me, so it comes in at number one. Share your ranking of the three Quiet Place movies, and I will see you next time.